at that event. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform and if they can make another one. However, I do believe we're not too far away from getting into this game. So let's see how we go. First map, Ancient, between two lovely. I'm hoping we're going to get a very, very good game. But I will still pick Lynn one, despite the fact they are, of course, playing with Vadim.
Yeah, I think that Lynn Vision definitely have a little bit of an upper hand here, just by virtue of their history and how they've been consistently winning out over Eruption time and again. But hopefully Eruption, maybe they've got something in the bag here. As we said, they have made a lot of improvements recently, so we'll see if that comes to fruition.
See. First round underway. Eruption with the opening purchase. 2 smokes, 2 flashes overall, and of course coolest on that P250. Often we do see the AWPers, of course, on that P250 with the Kevlar boosted up to try and go for something a little bit tastier with the opening frags. No, only a kit on Vadim actually in this round, and Amelia has been dropped that smoke over. So let's see how this one works. They are sort of gravitating toward the moment as after they had one player early on just waiting outside A. So they've already got some good progress in the map at the moment. Look where Coolest is. He's walked all the way through mid, all through CT, and he's completely behind the A player. Might get a couple of free kills. He's been spotted, but still takes Star beautifully. Shinobi peeking as well. It's a perfect start.
Underestimating the importance of mid control. Coolest, a little bit unreal how much space he's able to garner without Lynn Vision so much as noticing. Now you've got Vadim over in mid, but it's a little too late. Too late. Only 2 players left alive here. Now all they can really hope for is some damage control as the bomb does get planted. And this is an Eruption round win.
It is, and even with Vadim having that reduced hit, of course, doesn't mean too much, I'm afraid. As you can see, he will manage to get that frag, but I think Zaka saving his Kevlar would be most certainly ideal, as he has 100 Kevlar, which means he can buy that $300 helmet upgrade in that next round. So that force buy will be a little bit easier for the CT side, but it will be a lovely opening pistol. I really like that strategy, to be fair, the way they went about that one. Outside A, then once they waited for that, they pushed through from mid, and to beat the A players. And even though they took both of them down, they realised that would pull rotations and went toward B anyway.
Nice little maneuver here, particularly on a pistol round. You can really get away with things like that in rounds like this. And now the question is going to become, we see quite often in the Asiatic region where if a team loses that first round, they will still force in. Now Lynn Vision not forcing all the way up. There are a few up stills here just for a little bit of extra punch, but on the most for the most part, they are going to much that cash as possible. This makes a lot of sense. I think that forcing up is a good idea if you're really confident in your ability to take it. And with this being Ancient, maybe you could feel that confidence, but underestimate the opponent, especially with how much of a buy Eruption have coming into this. The chances of Lynn Vision coming out on top are relatively slim.
Actually interesting to see Lynn Vision not going for the full force buy, which I'm actually vaguely surprised about in this sort of a round. I mean, as I said, that it would have given Zaka the opportunity to go for that 350 helmet, and he didn't decide to go for it. He decided just to save that Kevlar. He has a 5.7, of course, so he's got something to work with, but Lynn Vision, tasty grenade from Eruption there, taking Vadim down to 6 HP, 1 HE. So letting Eruption build up the economy, getting a second one on the board here unless something crazy happens. And they're going to be walking the bomb toward B, so for the moment that is the right call. It's a stack elsewhere mid and CT, so it's going to be no issue for the T side.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, just back out. That's a possible idea. Maybe you could get an exit or 2 if possible. With being a save, you'd like to maybe take 1 or 2 of those guns away, but we're not going to risk it unnecessarily. Nice execute from Eruption. Of course, we expected that they'd be able to come out on top of this one quite handedly, and of course without losing a single player. That's a huge boon for them to be able to bonus up very, very nicely into the next round. But Lynn Vision, if they can manage to not lose any players here, that him gone. Eruption on the hunt, and Yami's going to get punched.
That's okay though. 5-7 that was just up the reward of that 1 kill. If they get this Galil down, it would be pretty nice. And there you go. Amelia will get it done. So that's the Galil recovered. That means they have a free gun into the next one. That most certainly does help the economy. Galil is most certainly not a bad gun at all. Keeping that over and being able to purchase up fully with utility and defuse kit and all the goodies. That does help for sure.
Of course, a little bit of damage to the bonus as well. Take some of those guns away. That's not massive right now, but long term it could definitely become an issue. And like you said, right, it helps Lynn Vision's economy massively. So if they're coming away with that now, this is a good time to start turning things back in their favour.
Shinobi, 2 kills, very nicely done. Trying to full execute on the B side, and actually Shinobi gets himself a 3rd. That's an M4 to switch to as well. Just like that, Eruption. Stages of this one, bomb planted, and you would think that Starry and Amelia will probably fall back off the back of this as well. So it will be 4 players running up for Eruption, even though 3 of them are tagged below 50 HP. Lynn Vision couldn't complete the kills, and that lets Eruption reach their 3rd.
Great start to the round for Lynn Vision. Some really solid entry openers there, starting to cripple Eruption's forces, but unfortunately couldn't follow through on the end there. Eruption managed to stabilize quite nicely, take control of the site, managed to trade back, get 3 kills of their own, and hold on to the few weapons that they had available, because of course going into the next round, cash is not going to be great. So unfortunately, the perfect opportunity for Lynn Vision to retake control here has not gone their way. Eruption looking pretty damn solid at the moment.
Kind of what we expected as well, because when you get that T-side start, usually you get that 2-0 spy. Now, of course, Lynn Vision, after having their full buy in the previous, we've got a few things to save in this one to go again. The Galil and the M4 Starry on that one, of course. A bit of a star himself. I mean, famously, he put himself in the eyes of many, many people, getting an ace against G2 and a qualifier back in the day for Blast, and he known in the scene ever since then. Yami gets himself 3. Lovely done. All 3 as well. And I'll keep Eruption's money looking very good. Now Amelia gets 4. Only gets that 1. But actually, Zaka does manage to deal with Yami in the end. So they get some kills in return and a free AK onto 2. Amelia does T, and he finds dobu as well. So A site is going to be where we're heading to for Eruption. But Amelia's still here on relatively healthy. Zaka has a defuse kit in case of emergency. This is very doable.
Footsteps heard there. Coolest, the last one left alive with the AWP. He's got an idea, but Amelia has just backed out. Alright, re-aggression incoming.
Oh, I think he went to go and pick up a smoke. That's a good call. He smoked off Donut there, and that is sliding, and that's going to be unfortunate, but he adjusts beautifully. Amelia, what a recovery. That was only the half buy with the saved guns for Lynn Vision, and Amelia gets himself 4 kills. That was a beautiful clutch from him. Going back to pick up the smoke, going back to pick up the kit, I believe, as well. And that made that clutch a reality for him.
Incredible decision making there, and again, you know, one of the things I mentioned earlier, Coolest, AWP, when he's on it, when he's off, and realistically, he should have had that shot. I mean, Amelia was in the middle of the defuse animation. That should have been a very simple tap, and unfortunately, this doesn't fire. He's just kind of looking off into the void, and Amelia, with very, very quick reactions, doesn't allow that shot to accompany. Well played there. Lynn Vision, a point on the board, have an AWP of their own, and of course it's Zaka's hands, who, as I said a little earlier, is going to be fierce competition for Coolest. The matchup that I was most excited for in this killer match.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important factor, of course, for Lynn Vision, their star power, which can often drag them through these sort of stages. Vadim long range. The M4 gets the spray sorted. Fury taken down. Full buy, as I said, for both these two teams. But reset to where that previous round went, and westmelon holds down Jaguar beautifully. Get a trade, but it's still a 2v3, and westmelon has a chance to even remove the bomb from the equation here, but he will shift away after those 2 kills. Chris is actually going in alone with the bomb, which is a bit scary, but at the moment Eruption just playing off individuals because Shinobi is going to play all alone, spots a CT player, now he's going to try and pull some rotations.
For now, westmelon started making his way over towards the A site. This is a good opportunity for Coolest, but this is, oh man, it's being watched by Zaka. Timing is going to be everything here as he moves away. Now, bomb is being planted. Extra little bit of cash. Shot is missed.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Not anymore. Shinobi needs another 3 kills like he got in that previous buy round for Eruption. Being held. Damage done. Does take that Vadim, but the trade was instant and actually didn't come off the defuse there to go for that kill. So well done for Lynn Vision to recover that. Shinobi at least does some more damage, which means Lynn Vision only survived with 2 players alive. So yeah, I believe that at the moment, Eruption, they won't be too unhappy with the way things are going. They're getting consistent bomb plants, getting consistent control. And as we saw, that rotation pull of Shinobi just showing some presence toward the opposite side of the map did actually help significantly there. But Envision just had the star power to recover that round. So they're still at full strength, albeit with a couple of players on relatively low money. Now we get to see how the Tech 9s work for Eruption.
Yeah, previously, like you said, right, relying on individuals, we see fights taken across the map, and even now in the tech, the spray down is nasty.
Not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you go through a smoke, I guess. That just ruins your hopes and dreams. westmelon holds down Mouse 1, gets his just reward, and now Fury last alive with the Tech 9. No worries for Lynn Vision here. They should be surviving with all 5 up. You can see where Fury is residing, but yeah, players checking that over and over. Ooh, that's a nice tap. So there we go. He does get his 1 kill, but that is all. So we're back even at 3 apiece.
Lynn Vision, I think, just needed that momentum shifter of a round. And sometimes that'll happen on your first buy, so like round 2 or possibly kind of round 4, round 5 territory. But they managed to bring it back for themselves quite nicely on round 4. It did take a little bit of a while, but once they did that, once they started to get that confidence going, it's just been uphill for Lynn Vision, and Eruption are really struggling to find a footing here. And I'm really looking at some of their approaches. They feel very scattered, and there are some shining moments of really good strategic thinking, right? Again, we saw, you know, Shinobi pulling that rotation a little bit earlier on. We saw that fantastic pistol round where Coolest goes on like a mission through Narnia and manages to get into Lynn Vision's back line. So there are these shining moments, but Lynn Vision have started to read into their play really well. They know that it's going to be a pretty default heavy push, and if they just hold in the right angles, they're going to be able to catch those rotations off easily. So we need to see some adaptation here from Eruption. Something's got to change if they want to start bringing things back together.
A lot of pressure his way toward Jaguar. Pushed up aggressively outside B, so another opening pick for him. That's cool. That's going down. Which probably in his plans early in this round because of the situation that was ahead of him. Shinobi toward mid. 8-4. Nice 2 KD for him so far. Starry just jump spotting mid at the moment for information. Don't need to overcommit when you have a 5 versus 4.
I like that as well. Really just try and bait out a lot of that CT side utility, and then try and re-aggress in, mind off some of that information as well. It's a heavy B lead. It's 5-3 players.
Fury managed to get an entry, but so more players to come his way. Zaka will replace toward the cage position. Takes Shinobi out. Molotov will force him wide though, but he still goes aggressive for it, and he gets a nice shot to follow up. But Dobu will fade. Only one player behind the smoke, and yeah, great work from Jaguar, but he's not going to expect Starry getting into position 2. Goes for the spray actually through the wooden panel there, does Starry, and that gives up his life to Dobu. Now it's westmelon versus the aforementioned Dobu, but he still hits the headshot, and that is a superb clutch for Eruption that did not look likely at all. And the most experienced players actually in the Mongolian scene, showing why he is such.
And dobu has been such a standout player for this squad in the ECL as well. I mean, there's been moments of pure freaking stardom. And that round, I mean, so it comes down to the 5v4. They really slow things down, like I said, right? Bait out a lot of that utility, re-aggress in towards that B site, and they do get that first kill. So they have a huge numbers advantage moving in onto the B site, 4-2. But Lynn Vision, so good at stabilizing, and really start whittling away at that. And it takes some heroics from Dobu to bring the round back in their favor. That's problematic. Cannot be relying on hero plays. Eruption gonna need to do something a little bit more coordinated if they're gonna win this streak.
By him. Yeah, see someone on top of the big phone of close. They don't have guns drawn, and actually Yami just takes advantage of it. They knew that Vadim was up close. He wanted to take advantage himself, but Yami says no. And Fury stops immediately his aggression off the first pick as well. That is the issue, of course, when you lose a couple of duels early on. That always forces more aggression to look for information, and Fury was just waiting for it. Well done, Eruption. There's a great chance at a 5-3 lead here, and obviously after that, a lot more, considering Lynn Vision's money is broken.
Great look for Eruption here, finally starting to get their way back into it. Unfortunate, misses that shot. Alright, not as expensive as they would have wanted, but well done to Eruption to maintain some control here. We're starting to see that adaptation that we were hoping for. And yeah, Lynn Vision economy absolutely broken now. Really nothing that they can spend into this. So they're going to have to go into this pretty dangerously, pretty haphazardly. We might see some interesting stuff. Maybe they get a couple of kills, try and chip into Eruption's econ, maybe get a few upgrades for themselves. They have bought into one Deagle, Starry, who said has been a little bit of a star. So we'll see if we can if he can make anything happen with that.
Full eco, as we said, for Vision. They can buy next round, and it might not matter. They only have that one Deagle on Starry, but that's a lovely shot towards Shinobi. Very tasty indeed. But there should be no issue. Fury has made some steps towards CT doors there. So I think his position will be known. But of course, Eruption have such an advantage with the utility as well. Starry's gone all the way through. Actually, I don't think they're necessarily aware that he's gone all the way on the big flank and kept it going. westmelon gets the USP frag too. Now Starry is still here unannounced, but then Dobu finally checks it. His brain switches on and says, okay, that could be a problem. We know Starry was there earlier. Let's check the big flank. And he gets it done. So, Lynn Vision, considering it's a full eco, 2 M4s saved over to the next round, that would be a big success for them.
Yeah, I mean, you take that any day. You came into this with a Deagle, and that was... and you should be able to come out of this with 2 rifles. We did see Eruption do some hunting a little bit earlier on in this map, so we'll see if they opt to risk that. You can actually see them kind of pushing out a little bit here. Yami. He's on the hunt. He's looking. How deep is he gonna go? And they've lost another rifle. Was it worth it? I don't know. They've got cash. They're mostly fine, but you really want to look long term. And Lynn Vision, not a team to really allow that overwhelming streak, I suppose, to come through. This could be where they start to turn things back around. Despite holding on to 2 of those rifles, it's still going to be a little bit of a broken buy here, but there is some strength in this. Eruption still looking good. Not too worried just yet, but if things continue this way, key players, economy could become a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the end of the world. The fact that they look at an extra player, as you say, they had some money left over. I think it would be better with 3 players alive, of course, than 2. It's quite a significant difference, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. You have a quick technical pause at the moment because of a TeamSpeak lag issue for Eruption. So We'll get that fixed at the moment. It seems like they've just about figured that one out. So hopefully we'll be back live in around about 1 minute or so. I'll be about the... And the pause has been cancelled right now. So probably about 15 seconds away from getting the round back underway. Good start for Yami. He's up to 9-7 so far. It's been Zaka who's 8-6 for Lynn Vision as well, which is an okay start. As we say, really, Eruption are the main team at the moment. Of course, Ancient has had multiple changes lately. We all know that the T spawn, of course, or the CT spawn, sorry, has been pushed further back, which gives T's a bit more freedom early round. And Kuros is taking that right now. It's a beautiful opening pick toward Amelia. And even though the Mollies are flying their way, Eruption can still have a 5v4.
Nice little start here. They can really leverage this presence over towards A from our teams, but Lynn Vision not baiting just yet. There you go. They're starting to go look over towards A, and that's the trap. That's where this style really starts to work out. Noise being made over towards B. Vision still haven't started to rotate back. I want to find out for sure first, and this could be a good opportunity for Eruption to move in towards B, but they've been a bit too slow here. They might lose their opportunity.
Zaka playing long range. Dobu continuing to show presence, but it's a bit of a fake going on right now for Eruption. Again, A site is being heavily pressured, and Starry under a lot of interesting duel there actually toward Fury. He was sort of on the edge of it, not expecting him to maybe push further forward. But in the end, he still gets the kill with a great reaction. Now bad in mid-range with the MP9. He'll get destroyed. Caught in the open almost there. 2v2, attention's coming in, but westmelon still hits a headshot. So it's Zaka with the AK, and I think they know where he's coming from too. They heard both the rotations. Kulast looking down that sight line. 29 points of health, and he will get pre-fired. So it's all down to Yami now. He's been spotted too. And Incendio has been picked up for Zaka. That forces Yami into the open, but he takes the initiative and hits the headshot immediately. That was beautiful.
Whew. Well done to Yami to keep control there and make sure that they can take it into the next round. It got a little bit too close for comfort, and as we said, right, losing players round after round, it is going to start to show issue. Yami only down to $500, Fury only on $350. It's only really Coolest who's sitting pretty at the moment, and well, that's, yeah, he only got 2 kills. He's been dodging most of the warfare. He's alright for now, but if they lose a round, they could be in dire.
Oh, actually goes for a second tap there with the CZ mid-range. Would have probably been the hardest one in the game actually to use mid-range. He's actually kind of stuck toward mid as well. He's taken 2 or 3 bullets actually through the bot. You will get forced into the open by Zaka, so that's another AK to be picked up. And Lynn Vision are doing good work at making these rounds very expensive, but Starry is stopping. They'll be walking straight into Fury. Yeah, too much noise made, and that kind of removes the threat of the round. And as Zaka goes wild here, which is a chance to do, he'll take Fury, and look at that. Cool ass. He sees the information and he says, "Oh no, I'm not going there anywhere near that," and books it elsewhere.
Well done for Lynn Vision. 3 kills on a, well, a very pistol round, right? You didn't have too much into this one, and they still managed to make something happen. They've still managed to hold on to one of these AKs. Maybe. A few shots being traded here. It should be possible to maintain it, so hopefully they'll keep that. But yeah, I mean, economy is still very much an issue here for this team. Losing so many rounds in a row, we get closer and closer to the Fury round. Have confirmed themselves a lead at the half. You're getting another. This is nasty for a save round. This is fantastic stuff. If he can somehow catch Coolest off guard, he doesn't have a kit, so defusal won't be possible. But if he... Nah, they're too far away. Unlucky. That would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, again, a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And Kulast will manage to keep his AWP in play, but Zaka, of course, has an AK to play with as well. But honestly, I would say at this point, it's not really a big deal for Eruption. They don't care one jot. As I said, the damage is quite significant, so they're actually going to have, you know, a big repurchase. But we're getting toward the end of the half now, so it will become less and less important, really. As long as they keep winning these rounds and it's all right, they've got An 8-7 at least confirmed. Guaranteed a lead on this first half. T-side Ancient looking pretty good. And Envision get some CT rounds on the board here to recover this one quite a few times. Of course, I think I've covered Lynn Vision and Arena around 2 or 3 times in the past, and Ancient is a map that Mongolian teams always do like to go toward. I think I've seen Renewal, that team, play it a few times. Sorry, I'm very, very close, and he's very good at fighting in these close positions and somehow getting more frags than you'd expect him to, but he only gets the 1 for now before he has to fall away. Now Amelia spots the Eruption from A, double walking through, and Kulak just runs through the Molotov to get that. Daka then gets caught off in Donut. It's far 3v3.
It started off so well for Lynn Vision, but Coolest with some heroics of his own drives through to get that kill. Oh no. Oh, sorry.
Bomb has been planted.
That was the bomb planted, but Lynn Vision just falling apart at the seems. The Eruption of the side. Just chilling on side with the WP. Maybe not the best.
Wow.
He makes it work, and that's going to be a, well, maybe not a clean round for Eruption, but another round nonetheless.
That's unbelievable. That's their second round now that are on with 3 players on less than 50 health. As you saw, so much damage was done there. Actual nightmare. But doesn't matter. If you can hit the shots, the AWP gets it done. Don't worry about that sound bug. That's purely an Ancient thing. Valve, please fix. I don't know what it is with Ancient, but if you put that camera, that observer camera, anywhere near the water, it loves making that noise.
We do have a little bit of a tech
And the
issue.
nod from our observer tells all. Jonas, he knows what's up. He's been there before. He's seen it all. He's seen the bad. He's seen the good.
How old do you think our producer is, man? You're making him sound like some wizened old Gandalf.
I mean, listen, he's observed a lot of games for enough to him to be a wizened old Gandalf, I would say. So.
But yeah, sorry guys, a little bit of a tech pause. One of the players seems to have disconnected, so we're going to try and get him back. Yeah, Lynn Vision. This is maybe not the result that I expected on this first map in our series. I mean, I thought that this would maybe be the one where Eruption bring it back, and we haven't seen much of these two teams against each other on Ancient, so not a lot of tape to review on that, but this has been very, very surprising, particularly here for Eruption on their T side. I mean, I was expecting maybe a strong CT from them. They have had a pretty good CT side on this map historically, but this has been really, really good. And Lynn Vision, I mean, they're going to need to pull something massive out of the bag in the next half. Not to mention, we've only got, what, 3 rounds left here? So if they can somehow scrounge those together, they'll have a chance in the next. But if they just keep conceding rounds as they had been, sure, they've got a bit of money to invest into this round, but it's not ideal by any measure. So no matter how you look at it, they're in a bit of a tight spot.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. And actually, in our discussions pre-map, we actually both said that we actually prefer Eruption's chances on Anubis rather than Ancient. But at the moment, it's looking a lot better. And as we said, Eruption have been having a huge run of improvement recently. Mongolian Counter-Strike truly on and up. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. But Lynn Vision, as we know, situation again where their buy isn't too great. And I believe that he had a little bit extra cash. I believe he had 5,800, so I think he's dropped an M4 for westmelon to try and give this round some power. Swapped over instead, so it's a half buy. And Badham on this MP9 can just peek ahead here with a flashbang. There is one on Amelia and one on Zaka. And they're going to go deep off the back of that, but dobu with just a spray through the smoke, you'll deal with him. Like Badham long range, and he gets that spray sorted. Perfect position for a player to be in if they go for aggression toward the outside of B doors there. Always covers off that possibility of a pick coming through. Now Zaka, no armor. That's the issue. It doesn't even matter. He gets utterly good. And that just kind of is the tale for Lynn Vision on this half so far. Eruption, and not just been playing well tactically, they've been hitting all their shots as well.
Yeah, my guy Zaka didn't even stand a chance there. Just had his head blown
Bomb has been planted.
his shoulders, and of course the last 2 players here for Lynn Vision are going to try to hold on to these pistols, because of course they also have some armor, so would like to not have to invest into that. And of course cash looking a little bit messy for them, but so few rounds oh, That's unlucky. With so few rounds left here, not too much that they're going to be able to get done with the little bit that they have available to them. I'm a little bit worried. We need to stuff. Yeah, I was talking, at the start of the map about how we needed to see some adaptation from Eruption because they started off well, losing rounds, and Lynn Vision were looking really, really impressive. And I was like, "Whoa, Eruption, what's happening?" And they very, very quickly started to bring things back in their favor, and they've had the full run of the map since then. Lynn Vision, as much as it felt like they had a good read at the start, they now look completely lost. And it's not just about tactical play, as you were saying, right? Eruption are doing incredibly well at hitting those shots. They're isolating a lot of these 1v1s very, very early on, riding that extra round.
Yeah, and Kulas is once again gone for a very early pick here. Look at westmelon. He was dodging him with his feet. A lot of control to be had, but doubles his one kill, which is huge. And westmelon now has to step up for even more. He's being pincered in the corner by Yami. However, Yami's only 36 points of health, so he'll leave that one for now. As I mentioned, Kulas got a great lot of damage done to him, but big issue here. Zaka has missed the timing towards CT. Starry's going to have no idea of this whatsoever. He is a dead man walking at the moment. I say a dead man walking. He's a dead man crouching. And he could even get knifed in a second if he's not careful. Fury looking for the second kill coming in here. He's waiting to see if the second player's going to show themselves some donut. And he gets the tap. Now looks for the second player. He has a good chance of trading it because he pulls out an aid. He does manage to get it. But even though Kulas was low, still means that he baits his teammate in, and Yami will take that kill. And westmelon much.
No easy feat. Going to be approaching in from where these two Eruption players are down. He's going to have to be very, very careful about how he chooses to push in here. He has to try and isolate this. I didn't have a chance to see if he had any utility left, because we're now in our nice little cinematic view. Oh, there you go. He's got a smoke and a flash.
No kit though, and that's why he's saving,
kit,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So one he would have most certainly gone for, because I think that Envision need rounds at this point, even at this stage. He's not even down there. 2, doing damage to the economy like this doesn't really matter anymore, as you can see here. So, I mean, is a complete success for him in staying alive, but in terms of the round win or doing any long-term damage, it really isn't either way. Even if their money was relatively low, it would have probably only put them on Galil's, which is still not too bad, especially as it's the last round of the half. It would have been fine. Envision's buy to end off this half. It's not great at all. 2 for Massive, or Famai, the plural of Fama. It's up to you. We can deal with that one later. They got the AK save too. That is all really. No AWP of course in play, which is the big issue. Yami already gets a good start taking out Zaka. Adam's in the open. He'll be trying to make some shots, and he does go aggressive and take it, but he trades it even again. And even after the opening pick comes in, it means obviously that Eruption are up 3v2. Now it's just a 3v1. And Vadam's going to be rotating into his den. Fury's pushed in deep, head ripped off. Beautiful half from Eruption. 12-3. They go on to CT, looking very, very solid indeed. Quick break.
this chemistry. One look at you and my heart explodes. Just let me be the one you keep. I'll be right here through the hot and cold. But I'll be loyal to you. No need for drama. Feel royal with you. Cry like Impala. Is it important for you? There ain't no bother. No, no. Hey, 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be sure, no. 1, 2, 3, oh, I want you near. I need you in my life, but alright. 1, 2, 3, just get over here. No need to be sure, no. 1, 2, 3, oh, I want you near. I need you in my life, but alright. Just
12-3 for Eruption. Very, very nice start for them. They'll be delighted with that. Better than they probably could have ever have wished for. But it's time to see if they can have a CT half that they wish for as well. 2 sets of dualies. Let's see how they go.
First round is really important here for Lynn Vision, but that's just the tip of the iceberg here. To this, good for one, instantly traded out, but westmelon is there to pick up the slack. Nice little 2-piece for himself, and now Eruption down only 2 players.
Yeah, bomb planted as well. There's no chance to recover this one. That's a nice little pistol actually there from Lynn Vision. I don't usually see a T player on a pistol around comfortable playing that default all the way to the CT doors. They got the control, they went for the push, and they managed to push down Fury as well out of the round. Shinobi 19 HP from earlier on. Took a dink, so again, no Kevlar damage. If he can save that Kevlar, then he has that 350 helmet possibility, but they are sort of hunting him down at the moment. Through all 3, rushing through mid. I think Shinobi should be fine. Shouldn't take any damage from the bottom either. So far away. Venom will go down to that explosion, but doesn't matter on a pistol round. Not much to lose at all. And that Kevlar will be saved. Eruption go for a force buy. They're so far in the lead. Sometimes you can be lulled into going for it. And that's exactly what they will do. Famas brought up. And Eagles as well.
Ooh, feeling a little cheeky here on the Eruption side, and well, like you said, right, they're so far ahead. See if they can make this one happen. Lynn Vision with a very, very similar buy to what we saw Eruption have on the second round in the first half after winning their own pistol. Just got the Tech 9 there.
Mac 10.
Mac 10, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. I wasn't sure what you were referring to for a second, then I realised what you meant, so
Yes.
no worries. I'm on the way. We all have our moments, and westmelon's having a moment right now, having a fight outside B. And he's taken down to 61 off the back of that. And Zaka's 7 HP as well, so Vision have to be careful here. Choosing to double push him toward Cave, but the Mac 10 does a great job at getting that one sorted. Kulan pushing forward, and yep. He was always going to get swung on there. If he didn't pre-fire them, he would have been pre-fired himself. So no chance. Good clean-up from Lynn Vision. Bomb can be recovered by Zaka. And Famas and the Deagle probably will be saved into the next round. I mean, it's always tempting when you have that $2,050 and you have a chance to buy a Famas. Okay, let's go for it. Max out the money. But I would honestly say in nearly every given situation, I prefer an MP9 and a bit of utility. Wouldn't have made a difference in this round, though. No worries.
It's a bit of a risky play to invest so much into this. I don't know. I tend to prefer when teams, after losing the pistol, just save. Make sure you got cash into the next. You know, it's the safe bet, because chances are it's going to be really difficult to win the second round. It can happen. We've seen it happen. There have been some phenomenal plays, but, you know, I tend to hedge my safe bets. And unfortunately for Eruption, didn't go their way. But they are sitting so comfortably right now on the scoreline. They're not too concerned about losing a couple of rounds here. If it had worked out, fantastic. That would have ruined Lynn Vision's bonus, and they'd be sitting pretty into the next round. But it didn't work out, so they concede 1 round. They're still at a massive round lead. 8 rounds that Lynn Vision have to make up just tie up the score, 7 rounds just to tie up the scoreline. So Eruption not too concerned with that. Lynn Vision will go in with a full bonus. Happy days there. Eruption with a little bit of a save from the previous round, but not too much more. In fact, yeah, very little cash being spent into this one. A smattering of utility there, but all in all, not expecting too much to happen here.
Yeah, the smattering of utility. What do? Let me get a bit more aggression. That's exactly what Shinobi will do. I think he's tagged down to 21. That smoke shields him from the threat, but we all know smokes aren't walls, so the spray gets it done. And actually, though, Fury will push through on the timing. Now it's a nightmare. It's all fallen apart in a split second. Kills on the other side of the map as well. Means that Amelia was actually 1v3 on the back of this, and there are players coming his way. He'll get pre-fired by Kulas. That's a massive, massive nightmare for Lynn Vision. They're about to build their way back into this map, and they just got deleted.
You know, Travis, I don't know what your lunch plans are for today, but I am going to have a heaping helping of my own words. Because, you know, I said that not much was going to come from that round, but well done to recover that little bit of utility to allow them to just go massively aggressive down mid. Lynn Vision were not expecting them to be there, and they just get absolutely shut down. Of course, it does trade very heavily, but that favors Eruption because they paid nothing. Now they're able to buy in. They can trade blow for blow with weaponry and taking this aggressive stance again. It worked out so well for them before, but already.
Dashes, but it's still going to work out for them. Fury just runs his way in, and that Fury cannot be stopped. Kulast is stopping the temple. Has a good long-range line as well, and he will do some damage before falling away with 17 HP to spare. So, not too bad. He can now play the long game and just wait for Lynn Vision. If they are going to go for a plant, just wait for it. Or even go aggressive and take advantage while they still can. And that's a good way of doing it. Fury gets his 3rd kill before he goes down. Great round from him once again. Tap on the bomb will come in. Shinobi, not just spray the smoke just yet until he changes his angle. And there will be a re-smoke into a donut too, but there is utility, of course, and kits on Eruption, so you're going to have to go super aggressive here. There's a big flank from Yami, no way out from that position. Now Zaka needs to clutch. He's been pretty sick in this game so far, 17 and 13, despite the fact Lynn Vision only have 5 rounds on the board. But he has a big job on his hands here, and Shinobi could be about to flank him if he pushes further through anyway. Timing again.
Yeah. I mean, he knew there was a player there. Just watch that angle. You don't know where other players are going to be coming from. You've got to be hyper vigilant. And as the last player left alive against 3 players, it's really difficult to get a good read on where every single one of those last players is going to be. Tough situation. And he wasn't going to be able to come out on top of it. And that's going to be another round for Eruption. Looking so clean. Lynn Vision back down onto upgraded pistols. They are Tech 9s, of course, so there is some explosive potential here, particularly with the ball of pistols coming in towards the site. Eruption already in waiting.
Yeah, actually, Emilia's only got a Glock, and he's bought you full utility in Kevlar as well, so he's fully expecting one of his teammates to perhaps get a kill, drop a weapon so he can pick that up, because he hasn't got much to work with in this round in terms of weaponry. But westmelon's Molotov actually forces double out into the open, and look at that from Starry. He's been basically absent in this game so far, but running double tap with the Tech 9 doesn't even matter. Fury holds down the line with 3 kills. That's beautiful. Good dink from westmelon, but Yami finishes it off with 1 HP to spare. Spam the one in chat. Eruption. It's not just 1, 5 as well. They're all 15 to 5. Way too good for Lynn Vision in this first map.
Fury 3K. Great work there. Shuts that down. Again, it was a round we didn't expect terribly much to come out of, but we've reached it, right? Saloon. Lynn Vision need 10 rounds in a row. And with this buy...
Sorry, he's waiting toward mid with the deagle. In the open. Funny looks at it, but the whiff's come through, I'm afraid. You may have hit 3 shots, which is what you need to get a kill with the deagle these days, but one of them was through the box, which obviously negates that damage. As you know, of course, Lynn Vision, that was a full force play with the Tech 9s in the previous round, so They're in a situation where they only have one rifle, and now that rifle's been tagged down to 32. I'd like to see that go over to a teammate instead. Good damage toward Yami through the wall in Jaguar, but even though the damage is decent, Eruption are in a good position. Nice shot.
Gonna need a bit more than that. They've done some trickle damage here, so a little bit of clean could put them in a good position, but nah. Coolest is gonna get another kill there. Eruption sitting pretty at a 4-3.
Yeah.
Vision have so little space to work with. Yeah, they've got an opportunity to get in onto the B site. Yeah, Eruption very, very spread up, so able to get this bomb down more, and shinobi will just shut down any hopes and dreams of that happening. Westmelon, last player left alive. The clutch needs to be huge, but is it even remotely possible as well? Eruption close in on him. He gets one. That's Coolest down for the count. I mean, he's making a go of this, but with only 18 seconds left. No, yeah, there you go. Shot through the wall. I mean, I was gonna say they don't even need. They can just kind of wait it out through the wall there, deny the plant for Lynn to come back.
Yeah, not much you can do about that one, I will say. I mean, I was actually, even though westmelon was only 32 HP, I had a feeling that he had a chance in that one, considering every single one of his opponents was so low. But yeah, not to be, I am afraid. And it wasn't to be at all for Lynn Vision on that opening map as well. They were looking very poor, very cold.